Hey everyone, here's a complete walkthrough of Chapter 8, All the Time in the World in 007 First Light. Now, the gadgets I would recommend bringing to this are the Smoke Pod, Dart Phone, and the Q-Watch. These will give you your biggest bang for your buck. Now, at the very start, we got to infiltrate the hotel, and we're going to be chasing down 009, the Blond Man here. Now, he's going to walk straight in, we can't, so what we're going to do is actually go over to the right-hand side here, and there are some flowers that work out perfectly because we somehow hide perfectly within it. So, hopping over this fence here, anytime you see that blue, that's your sign that you can probably jump over it. So we're going to pass our way through here. You can't take out any of the guards here, and I wouldn't recommend trying, but we're going to walk through, and there is a bench here, but you can press the right bumper or R1 to make your rush of a way over to here and avoid this altogether. He is going to maybe come over and see you, but the thing is, when you're hiding in the flowers, just move over to this side and he won't even know where you're at. He gives up really quickly. So once he returns back, we're then going to climb up the pipe here, which will then let us get into the hotel. There are a lot of things to do in the hotel. Press X or square to kick that open, and you're going to get familiarized with doing that often because there's a lot of doors here that we do have to kick down. So just jumping into the hotel here, I am going to give you guys the quickest and easiest way to go through all of this. So what we're going to do is then continue our way into the hotel here, and there's a lot of maids. Keep an eye on them. The maids are actually very important. So we're then going to proceed through, and you can see that you can put the sleeper darts on a lot of different characters. Do not do that to pretty much any of them until a bit later on. We're then going to walk our way into the main section of this hotel, and what we're doing now is we're looking out, and we got to avoid a few characters here, but this spawns the All the Time in the World, Chapter 8 of 007 First Light. So after this, we're then going to walk our way over to the right-hand section. We're searching the hotel. It'll give us an idea of where we're going to go to. You don't really want to go talk to her, but it's okay. You can just talk to her, and there's a dialogue option there, which she's all right with. But once this is done, we're then going to proceed to the right-hand side. We need to get down and over to there, the main section. So there's a staircase over to the side here. We're then going to make our way down to the bartender here where we can talk and get some extra information about 009, or the blonde-haired man. And after that's done, we're then going to go into the main room here. Now, whenever we proceed into here, there is a section that we can sneak our way past, and there's actually a lot of places that we do have to sneak, but in the main areas here, we're fine. You'll see restricted at the top of the screen when you know you're not allowed to be there. Making our way behind here, you're then going to eavesdrop on these two. So there's a lot of eavesdropping that we have to do. You just go stand against the wall there and you'll eavesdrop. And then we can grab the special championship collectible badge here, which is great. And then go talk to the gentleman just right here. So you're going to ask him with the bellhop. He'll give you some further information. So we're still going to be searching for the hotel. We're then going to make our way over to the ping there that's letting us know where we need to go. So we're going to go downstairs into the main reception area of the hotel, and then we can go eavesdrop on a conversation at the reception desk here. So once that is all done and set and over with, we're then going to make our way back up to the top here and make our way over to the right-hand section. So this lady will give you additional information after eavesdropping on the blonde-haired man. So this is going to help us with investigating him. So you then can go over and talk to him. There's some optional dialogue, but the one that you do need to select is marked there with the green icon. This will then tell us to go back down into the reception room, or we can get some additional information here from the maids. So again, the maids are actually kind of important in this, and you'll see why in a moment, but you just go to the top of the staircase here, and then you're able to eavesdrop over them. So this gives you some more information on where we need to go, and then we're going to go back down into the main lobby here. So going back down, we can then go ahead and talk to the man that's over by the reception desk here. He's going to give us even further information. So talking with him, he's upset about his baggage gone missing, which was taken by the blonde man. And that will complete the search the hotel section of this quest. So next, we have to get to the laundry. Laundry is actually kind of difficult. There's a couple passcodes that we have to do, and I'll show you both of them there. There's actually multiple passcodes. So we're then going to make our way over to the staff-only door here. There's a note on the door, so this tells you that we have to go to the manager's office, which is our next location that we're going to be going for. So you can see there's a lot of doors that are locked. We'll later be able to get in through there. So making our way over to here, there's another spot that you can eavesdrop to get some further information. You can just stand outside the doorway here. But once that's done, we're then going to go right across from where we just were and open up this door. You will get kicked out. And what's funny is if you go to the other side there, you can actually pull the maid from this main room here over to that section. That's fine because we can just use our darts on them. So after we do this, you're going to want to look for chemical because we do need to obviously get more of that so that we can proceed past this area. So there's luckily a lot of them. Open up any drawers that you do see. I cut out a lot of that for time just to be generous to your guys' time. But once we get to this main manager's office here, this is going to be where we go to interact with the security node, which lets us know the laundry code is 1805. And if we went around exploring a little bit earlier, we do know that the passcode to this is 1952. Press that and click enter. This will give you not just a collectible, it gives you the wine connoisseur challenge complete, but it also gives you the cellar key, which is a great skip, and the 6 of Roses collectible. Now, another thing is you can open up the drawers here and you can get yourself some extra additional lore here. Pretty much everything, and you can even also interact with that wine bottle, is important. So once we leave through here, we're then going to open up this door here and continue along over to the area that is pinging us to. We can actually now go through this door here that we previously weren't able to. Don't worry, you're not in a restricted zone, and you won't be until you make your way down to the laundry room. This is where things get a little bit dicey because we have to do combat. So you can push some of these laundry carts, but I'll show you the best way to deal with this because we don't want to alert all of them. You can sneak through, but you're going to have to get into some fighting. So one of the nice things is all these large shelves here, you can actually push them over and collapse on a target. So that would be my recommendation. For some reason, no one comes over and listens to it. So you can just easily trample him down just like that. So the funny thing is there's another one just right here, but we're going to proceed our way past here. And you will get into a fight likely. This is a tough area. Otherwise, you can throw the iron at a target there. And whenever you do, you want to go over and press your A and square and X button if you're on PlayStation, or the X and A button if you're on Xbox. You're going to have to get into a fight though. Grappling is your best friend. Anytime you see that yellow, you're then going to want to press B or circle to parry that. If there's red marks, dodge it by pressing the A button or X on PlayStation. But grappling is going to be one of the best ways to deal with them, and complete your finishers by pressing X and A or square and X. And yeah, this fight is tough. I'm on the middle difficulty here, and you can see a couple punches, we're almost down. So yeah, you may have to retry this a couple times. Try not to knock those over, as that will alert them and when it's out in the open like that, because then they have line of sight and can see you. There's a lot of targets to fight. That's okay. We're going to deal with them as they come. And it's best done right there so you can do them one at a time after you clear the main group. And then we're going to make our way in through the laundry room. So we have to get through the laundry now, finding the Blond Man. His bellhop outfit will be here, size XL. And yeah, he's a big slugger. He's going to hit you really hard later on. So yeah, that is one thing. There is another area later on that you're going to find more of his clothing, but we're just going to continue along through here. And yeah, just continue picking up any of the items, making sure that your batteries and chemical is full. And again, we're going to kick through pretty much all these doors that pop up. We're then going to go outside and give some good news, tell them that we're just staying at the car watching it over, which we're not. We're then going to climb up the pole here and then climb into the house, or into the hotel. So we will have to do this a few times. You can try to be stealthy here, but it is kind of challenging because even if you pull him out, he's still going to have that happen. You can sleeping dart this guy, and if you're quick enough, you can run over and do the one-hit attack on him. Otherwise, you can just slam him through there just like you saw. We're going to pop back out, see Monroe, and yeah, then go back to the reception desk here. Go talk to them. This was a little bugged out. My character was facing the wrong direction, funny enough. Then we got to go back up to the top room of the hotel. They're telling us that he is staying at room 206, which is expected is not going to be an easy thing to get to. So another eavesdrop location here. They also tell you to go to room 206. So we're looking to locate room 206. So coming up to the top here, there is going to be this guard here. And the way to deal with them, you can actually trick the guard out here. So what we're going to do is walk over to this section here. You can't really use the armor because it's being watched, but there's a vacuum cleaner. So you can hack the vacuum cleaner using your Q watch. He's going to be like, huh? And then walk on over to it. So then you got the lady here where there's another vacuum cleaner you can then hack, and then she's going to go check it out. I don't know if she really cares if you're back there. It's just the main guard there that we got to sneak past, because once you're in here, she just doesn't really give a crap. So we're then going to walk on over to room 206. And not to our surprise, you probably would have guessed, we're not able to walk through the main door. We then have to walk outside of here, and we're going to climb on around. So again, I sped up a lot of the footage here just to save you guys time. I didn't want to make this too annoying and like too hand-holdy with my guides. I typically try to be concise with my guides. So if you find this type of guide useful, hit the subscribe button, because I do a lot of videos just like this. After this, we're then going to climb up into this room here. And we're going to go walk in, and you can go deal with the guy here. Just fight him as you do. And grapples just work really well, as you saw there. And then we're going to go back out the other balcony and walk our way over here. This will lead us to room 206. For whatever reason, he leaves the windows wide open. That's gross. That's getting a lot of flies in there. You can go and investigate all the different items. And then this maid comes in here. And again, just be mindful, that maid's kind of important. Afterwards, we're then going to come back out And we're pursuing the Blond Man now, so just make your way through here. It's going to give you pings on where you need to go. You can eavesdrop these targets here, and they'll give you some more further information. We're then going to walk on outside, and then once we're out here, we're then going to go over to this section here. So there's a bunch of people just outside. We're just going to hop on down, and we can proceed through the doorway here. So making our way inside, there's some more items you can recharge your battery with, and I'd highly recommend having that fully maxed out before we go down into the later sections. And you're just going to proceed through these doorways here. There's just some staff there that are talking. We don't care about them. We're just going to proceed over to this maid again, who's lockpicking the door, and then gives you a nice James Bond scene. So again, this is exactly what we want in a James Bond game. I think they nailed this. Afterwards, we're then going to proceed forwards, and you're going to see the guy get away. We can't make our way through there. And again, here's the blue tape to the rescue. Making our way past this here, you can just hop your way through and then proceed up the staircase. So this is going to take us back around to another room here where we're just going to open up the door, kick it down. Just make sure you press X or square to do that. And then once that's done, we're opening up that main door, getting back into the main lobby, and you're going to see the blonde hair man escaping. So we're going to pursue him, just, you know, casually walking our way through here, and then making our way into this room here. So here's another puzzle. So investigate the dining room. We then got to go interact with this. Now, I cut out the other part, but we're going to use the animals in a chimera. So use the lion, the goat, and then the snake. That's what a chimera is made of, and you'll see we got the challenge complete chimera. So after that is done, the doorway is going to open up and we can sneak our way down into the bottom section. There's going to be some dialogue between Monroe there. And then once we're in here, there's the 7-Up bells just chilling right there. So you may as well grab that. We're going to proceed through. You can see that we can sneak our way through this gap here. And this next section is a little bit confusing, but we're going to hop on over to this, push down the storage rack, and then there's a blue section here that you can just hop up on top. So just make your way up on top of there. This will let us proceed to the next section here. And yeah, you're just going to continue along, again, filling up any of your resources as you need them, hopping over that there and proceeding to the route. So we're then going to keep walking over here, and there's a little switch that you can pull on the door, a lever you can pull on the door. This is going to lead us to the next room where we do have to fight the blonde hair man. Again, the best way to deal with a lot of these fights is to press the right trigger to grapple them. And whenever those yellow attacks there, press your circle or B button to be able to parry it. You can also press the right bumper and X and rush him forwards. This is nice because you can slam him into the wine bottles. I would recommend coming over near the wine because you can throw it at him to stun him and keep him like kind of in a loop. And then we're fighting against them. There's the right bumper plus X attacks. You rush them right into that. Fighting 2 at a time is difficult. If the other one's coming at you with an attack that you can't deal with, you have to parry it with the B or circle button. So again, those yellow ones. And this is actually quite a tough fight. So just deal with them, grappling them and throwing them around, trying to grab as much of the wine as possible because that'll make it a little bit easier. And I think it's based on the total damage dealt to both of them. That's how you're going to finish this off. So just keep attacking them whenever possible. You do want to play more defensively when the combat in this game. So yeah, you can smash them right through the wine bottles there and just continue on beating them up. So this is pretty easy. And then we're going to have to clip the wires here. So you're going to pull the motherboard, you're going to pull the battery. Both of those don't really matter. I just randomly got lucky, I guess, and you're going to snip the green wire and then the blue wire. That's what I did, and it worked for me. So first went with the green, and then it got it all haywire, and then I went with the blue wire there, and that's how we were able to disarm the bomb. After that, you're going to chase after them. I will have another video on the next section because it's more combat heavy, but if this video is useful, hit the subscribe button below for more 007 First Light.